everyone. I'm Dr. Renee Mehrra. Thank you so much for joining Zoom In with Renee. Today, my guests are going to talk about this great organization, Sankara Eye Foundation USA, which was started 25 years ago with 8,000 surgeries at the Sankara Eye Hospital in India at one time in Coimbatore. That was in 1998. Moving forward, 25 years later, they have now over 2.6 million surgeries done in 25 years. They are in 15 states in India for the underprivileged, visually impaired population. And now they have 12 Sankara Eye hospitals and 14 partner hospitals. Thank you so much for joining me, Mr. Krishnamurthy Murali. He's the founder and the executive chairman of the Sankara Eye Foundation.
Namaste.
Namaste. And Mr. Div Yogi Patel, he's the leading board member of the Sankara Eye Foundation. Gentlemen, welcome, and thank you for this great cause that you've taken. And I want to go first to Mr. Murali. You are the one who started this, and your line of sight plan goes up to now from 1998. So tell us the genesis behind it. What was the trigger?
Basically, it's the credit goes to my uncle Rene. We were all. I'm a software engineer. My brother is a software engineer. I'm also a singer, enjoying life, singing, and also trying to work hard. At this time, my uncle, who was a volunteer at the Coimbatore hospital, he was after me and my brother for at least 1 year, constantly nagging us. We guys started. I felt it was a nuisance. But my brother visited the hospital in 1997. He was just bored by the cleanliness of the hospital, by the quality care. Every weekend they go to the villages, bring the patients in our own buses. They feed them, keep them for three days, do the very good surgery, go back and also follow up. 98% success rate. And he came back and told me, Murli, this is as good as any of our hospitals here. El Camino Hospital. He said the care is awesome. So, okay, that's when I was convinced, okay, he had seen his own eyes. Let us start. And then his neighbor happens to be a CPA, Mr. Ahmad. So he did the paperwork. So I was always like a project coordinator, program manager, driving my brother and Ahmad. And then we started as a charity in 1998, May 21st, from my house where I'm there. I'm the oldest of the three, so they made me the chairman of the trust.
So I believe that Sankara Eye Foundation is one of the oldest and one of the leading eye care programs for the visually impaired in India.
Yes, yeah. So it started, and then suddenly I found what you call my calling, you would say. A lot of energy came out of me. My uncle was also surprised. So we just wrote letters to 100 people, made $8,000. We organized a fundraising show with my own group. But this time we made sure that it's a multilingual show, 50%, starting on time and all that. Div Yogi Patel's family was involved with a lot of things with the event. We raised $18,000. No looking back, Renee. We started advertising on TV because we have done several shows before, so we knew the importance of advertisement. We started a TV program. Div Yogi Bhai came up with the idea of 1866 Sankara. We kept a lot of booths, a lot of events, collected people information and raised awareness. And in 2000, one volunteer who did his MBA from MIT came home and asked me, Murli, what is your vision? I said, no, this itself is consuming us. There is no mission. So he motored the idea of Vision 2020 by 2020, meaning eliminating blindness in India. And I was motivated by Swami Vivekananda. I'm still now, whatever I think and do, I try to imbibe his teachings. It's still hard. So he says, each and every one of you is potentially divine. I just have to help you manifest the divinity. It doesn't matter what caste, religion, creed you are. Your divinity. Then what is it that you cannot do? Do anything and everything. It took us almost 2 years to convince everybody, including Sankara India. Then in 2002, the journey started, building hospitals. Div Yogi Bhai was involved in looking at land for many of the hospitals. So Guntur, Bangalore, Shimoga, then Gujarat, Punjab, Kanpur, Jaipur, Indore, Bombay. So we have now 12 Sankara hospitals we built. And Sankara Eye Foundation India wanted to slow down so they could spend more time on R&D and training. So we came up with the idea of why don't we also embrace other good partners in India who are in the same field. So we have now 12 partners, 11 partners with 14 hospitals. And we are opening a one major hospital in Bihar, a 300-bed hospital this November, Akanjoti Eye Hospital. So with that, Renee, now we are 26 hospitals. From 8,000 surgeries in 1998, we've come to 355,000 surgeries last year. We built a capacity of 490,000 surgeries already. We have 8 current projects. Maybe Divyogi can talk about it. 8 current projects. If we complete it, we'll hit a capacity of 800,000. Our goal is 1 million surgeries every year by 2030. Build capacity of 1 million by 2028. Scale it to 1 million surgeries by 2030 and make the entire thing self-sufficient by 2035-36. I want to just leave one thing with you. It's still mostly run by volunteers. We're not a fully corporate culture, but we are some agencies helping with marketing and Salesforce, Classy and all that. Otherwise, it's still mostly a very, very family-oriented organization. And we have 3 salient features I want people to remember. One is a big vision, motivated by Swami Vivekananda. As soon as I became a full-time CEO in 2009, Divyogi said, let's do big events. Because I'm now available full-time, we started with Shreya Ghoshal, Sonu Nigam, Udit Narayan. So he seeded the big event idea into us. And self-sufficiency. This is by another board member. We have super specialty hospitals. Why not cater to the paying patients to become self-sufficient? Teach them how to fish instead of giving them fish constantly. Number three, Charity Navigator, top 4-star rated charity for consecutive 9 years. That puts it into the top 2 or 3% of all charities in the USA. Commitment to accountability, transparency, governance, and keeping the overheads low. If I have to say it nicely, they are so trustworthy that you can close your eyes and donate. We'll open more eyes. Yeah.
Wonderful. That's a great way to put it, because you're creating new pathways, leading them from darkness to light, so to speak. That's a great cause that you all have taken up. And I have known Sankara Eye Foundation for a very long time. Share some of the pictures of you have, especially the rural areas that you go out and perform free surgeries. You have this 80-20 principle. 80% are completely free of charge for the underprivileged, low-income, minority groups in India. And the 20% is for those who can afford and who have access to health care.
Yes. Old lady and other amazing. Oh, you see that?
For young and old.
When you go there, you hold their hands. They're so happy that we are raising funds for them. They wish us, hey, Murli, Divyogi, we wish you 100 years. See the happiness after the eye surgery. This is what motivates us constantly, Renee. Yeah. There are many group pictures, people. So basically, we go to villages.
How many eye camps you have in each state?
Yeah, each state. Every weekend we go to villages, organize a big eye camp. They are brought to the hospital, and then as soon as they come in, the vision care technician does all the measurements, making sure that they need a cataract surgery, what is the level of their vision, so they can select the proper lens and all that.
Right.
So this is very satisfying for us. See, all these people, they are just coming from the villages. I have they are now going back to the village.
So you have post-operative care as well?
Post-operative, we go back to the same people at least twice in the next 2 months to make sure they follow proper hygiene. For example, I had my cataract and corneal transplant, right eye last year, left eye this year. Every morning I apply drops and ointment and all that. That's very important. So the post-operative care is very, very important. Nice. So we teach them, we go to them, making sure they follow. So that's why Dr. Ramani says the success rate is very high, 98 plus, as good as any of the hospital in the USA. Yeah. Capacity. This is a proposed hospital in Guntur, Andhra Pradesh.
I just want to add here, the reason why these hospitals look so beautiful, it's all by design. We want to attract paying patients also. So that model of 80-20 that Renee, you spoke about. So the paying patients will only come if the hospitals look like world-class hospitals. So this is by design, so that the whole project becomes self-sufficient or self-sustaining.
This is the last hospital we opened in Hyderabad. It's in the very rich, the financial district. So this hospital, we expect it to become self-sufficient faster than the other hospitals. This is one of the largest hospitals we opened on April 7th this year, opened by the Minister KTR. And this has R&D, training, all the facilities. And government of Telangana also has offered full help. And it will become very fast. It will become self-sufficient. And let's see.
And then opening one in Bihar, you said.
Bihar, yes. This is supported by Phoenix Foundation. So their name goes on the top. That was Jaipur. This is Krishnan Koil, donated to us. Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. This is such a beautiful journey for us. I think this is Punjab. And this is Ludhiana, Punjab. This is Mumbai. We opened 2 years ago, 1 year ago, supported by Rakesh Junjunwala. And this is Shimoga, Karnataka, beautiful hospital in the rural setting near a river. So it's a 300-bed hospital this November, and they will add 100,000 more free eye surgeries.
So where is this Akan Jyoti Eye Hospital?
This is in Mastichak near Patna in Bihar.
Okay, in Bihar.
Yeah, very, very rural area, highly deserving area. And this is Vivekanand Netralaya in Uttarakhand. And this is same thing, Vivekananda, Swami Vivekananda, close to our hearts. Divyogi Bhai and I, we are all big. And this is Trilochan Netralaya in Odisha. We support them. And same thing, same Trilochan Netralaya. And this is Netaji Eye Hospital in West Bengal. We are also expanding it. That the expansion is also happening this October. And then same thing. I've been there in the place. Fantastic. This is Kalyanam Karoti in Mathura, in UP. And we are also building a new hospital which to perform 50,000 eye surgeries. Wow. These are all our partners. Renee, we help them. We teach them our process and also bring them to a great standard. This is HV Desai Eye Hospital in Pune. We are also expanding it. So that this expansion inauguration is also November. So supported by Sankara Eye. And the partner hospitals, we just want our name not in a big way, supported by Sankara Eye Foundation. And it's the fun we have. Hospital or hospital or. Yeah.
That is wonderful. Providing gift of vision to the visually impaired and to the underprivileged population is a very noble cause. And you're celebrating your 25th anniversary this year, from 98 to 2023. Many, many milestones that you've covered. As I'd mentioned before, 2.6 million surgeries done in the last 25 years. Over 15 states in India, and over 44 million population that's been covered, especially in the rural areas that need surgeries for correcting refractive errors or cataracts or for diabetic retinopathy or glaucoma. That's how you're preventing that blindness so that it doesn't escalate into something worse than what they're going through. So this is a very, very important cause that you picked up on. And I want to talk to Mr. Patel now. Tell us about the other projects, because you want now 1 million surgeries by 2030 per year. Right now it's 356,000 surgeries, 8,098, 356,000 in 2023. And by 2030 you want 1 million. So march to 1 million. And you have a great line of sight out here. So share that with our viewers.
Sure. So, quite a few of us have had this pleasure of witnessing this whole journey from beginning. And I was one such blessed soul also. And when when Murliji talked about this one of our volunteer, Rajiv, who talked about big vision, and that 2020, by year 2020 sort of was born. So that that whole first phase of our growth was focused a lot more on infrastructure building. And so Murliji shared all of these beautiful institutions that have come as a result of that work from 1998 to today. Now, what happened was that as the partner hospitals started joining into our group, we realized that now the time is to focus on actually performing larger number of surgeries, not just infrastructure building. So yes, we've got two parts to our next 7-8 years. One is, of course, building capacity up to 1 million surgeries. But more importantly, most of the focus now is actually increasing the number of surgeries. So there's a very even with our partners, whoever we talk to, we emphasize, not just more operating theaters, not just more number of beds, but what are you going to do now to increase the numbers? So in fact, the year before we were only at 250,000. Just in a year, it's gone to 350,000. So reality of getting to 1 million, it is so, we all feel it's so real. We are convinced, in fact, we know it will happen actually. It is just a matter of getting it done. And this is a huge number actually. There's even today with 350,000, you actually say that we are world's largest free eye care provider. At 1 million, it will be at a different level. And what we are hoping for is other people in the industry, in India, and hopefully elsewhere in the world, take it seriously that we need to do more and more work. Because the amount of work that needs to be done is so huge. There are almost 40 million visually impaired. So 1 million is still a drop in a bucket actually. But what it does, it just simply, it encourages more people. And we are hoping, of course, Indian government is also doing a lot for it too. So, together like this, all these efforts put together, maybe if not in our lifetime, with the next generation, it will become a reality of eradicating curable blindness.
Wow.
So that's kind of where we are at.
You're having fundraisers both in the East Coast and West Coast of USA. Mm-hmm. So you just had one just last week, and then you're going to have one in New York at Cipriani's on 25 Broadway in Manhattan. And then you have one in December on the West Coast as well.
Yes. One in New York, October 7th, October 27th in New Jersey. And after that, in December, we'll have in the Bay Area as well as Austin. Yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah. Well, I hope that you do receive that light from above to bring light to those who need it for the visually impaired. And by 2030, even perhaps before that, because as Mr. Patel said, in 1 year, you were able to move from 250,000 surgeries to 356. So maybe you'll probably be able to do it even before 2030, march to 1 million surgeries every year.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know if
transforming so many lives out here.
Right.
That's
apart from wonderful. Large numbers in India, I tell you, we are equally blessed in USA. We have almost 1,000 volunteers, thousands, 60, 70,000 donors throughout the country. But I think we need help from everyone to spread the awareness that this need is so huge and that the good work is going on. Talk to any one of us and you'll be convinced it is good people working for good cause, and together we can do great things.
Yeah, I think together we can all make a difference.
Yes,
and help so many with this humanitarian project. And that's
can I end
it's
with
all about. Yeah.
Can I end with a 2-line song?
Murliji,
Yes,
before
go
you
ahead. I know
before
you
you
were
do that
saying.
one, I
Yes,
would
go
like to say,
ahead. Go
Renee,
ahead.
please you join us for that October 7th gala at Cipriani, the 25 Broadway, Manhattan. We'll talk about it, but do please join us for that.
Yeah, so for more information, visit www.giftofvision.org. So you said light from above to light more here. This is almost same line. ज्योत से ज्योत जलाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते
बहाते
चलो,
चलो,
राह में आए जो दीन दुखी, सबको गले से लगाते चलो,
चलो,
प्रेम की गंगा बहाते
बहाते
चलो.
चलो.
Along the same lines with what you said. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Well, that's what life is all about, helping those who are less fortunate and making their life a better place, a brighter future. So thank you so very much. Representatives from the Sankara Eye Foundation, Mr. Murli Krishnamurthy, the founder and executive chairman, and Mr. Divyogi Patel, leading board member of the foundation. I'm Dr. Renee Mehrra. Thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay positive.